Challenge, break down.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge.
Break down.
CBS reality, royalty to be crowned.
Survivor, Love Island,
Amazing Race, and Big Brother.
Survivor, Love Island,
Amazing Race, and Big Brother. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge.
Break down.
Welcome to the challenge breakdown for episode 6 of the Challenge USA season 2. Another solid episode. I am really enjoying this season. I am your host, Wendell Holland, with my right hand guy himself, Mr. Brice Isaiah. Ding! I got to be quiet again because we are recording right after the episode. It is now 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check this out on YouTube. Hit subscribe, give us a like, leave us some comments, get in them comments, and also listen to it exclusively on the Purple Pants podcast, wherever you find your podcasts. Now, Mr. Brice Isaiah, how you doing?
Wendeezy, I just had a little dusty moment, okay? Trying to get this podcast together. I came back hard. You wrote my name down. You wrote my name down. You wrote my name down. You, Tiffany. You. I mean,
Dusty, he's giving us some moments.
You awfully nice on Peaches. Okay, you go soft on Peaches, but you go Rambo on Tiffany. Okay, because Dusty came back ready to open a can of, I don't know, maybe Dusty need to write another letter or something, because Dusty came back.
Let's get into this, because like he was definitely on banana on a million, right?
He followed the Peaches trend. He's following the Josh trend, but he is charting new courses on the Dustin Mustang. You wrote my name down. You wrote my name down.
He was so sure of it.
I'm like, Dusty, you've been watching for 20 years. Like, I mean, that's how it goes. You lied to me. Like, Dusty, you shook hands with Alyssa, not Tiffany. I put it together. It's the Big Brother girls, Alyssa S. and Tiffany. Dusty, your name was wrote down 4 times. Tiffany wrote my name down 4 times.
Brice, there's a couple layers to unpack here, because first of all, he's going so hard at this woman in this house, first of all. So let's start there. Right? Like, and Tiffany could probably throw hands. I wish she would have poop up, but she kept it super composed, respect to Tiffany, right? But aside from that, this fool was wrong. She didn't write his name down.
Meanwhile, Cassidy, Michelle, and Desi are like, well, I mean, if he think Tiffany wrote it down, okay. Meanwhile, Tiffany was me and wrote Sebastian's name down. So it's like, I just was so confused by that. I'm like, but I also feel like Dusty probably wanted a moment, right? Like, he's just like, I'm here with the crates. I'm here with Peaches. I'm here with Johnny Peaches. I gotta write him a letter. I'm watching all these. Your loyalty is mine. And then I just feel like he just took a play out of the playbook that is Johnny Peaches.
Wow.
And
I thought you were gonna say Josh.
Well, I mean, Josh, which is the playbook of Bananas. And again, I was just cracking up. They all was just eating dinner. Somebody was like, they arguing upstairs. Everybody. But did you see who was the last person at the table? Chris Underwood. Okay, Chris Underwood. It was Chris Underwood. Okay, just eating by himself. And I am just dying because my man was like, Okay, thank you to my man. Shout out to my man. Thank you to my man. To my man. Thank you.
Corey wasn't
Corey
even
was
in
like, they
the
going
episode.
crazy. I don't know what's going on. Cause they're going crazy over there. And then meanwhile, Festy, first of all, Fessel, okay?
Oh gosh.
Fessel, I mean, he made me realize I did a OnlyFans of Fessy, a review of his OnlyFans. And if you've never checked out that review, head over to the Brice Isaiah YouTube page and check out the Fessel OnlyFans review. Because Fessel was looking like, did Tiffany write my name down? Like, I mean, okay. We see you, Fessel.
Bryce,
Sorry.
Corey and Fessel, neither of them were in this episode. So let's keep it okay. You're really good at editing your favorites into these episodes because neither of them were in So
you're not on TikTok, but there's a trend from Lotto from the BET Awards. Shout out to my man. Thank you for my man. To my man. Thank you. That's Corey.
No, Corey's not your man. But the next morning we get a call. Wes gets a call from Amanda.
Shout out to my girl Amanda. And this honestly had me thinking of you, Wendell, where Wes is like talking to his wife. They've got a dog and he's got a bundle of joy on the way. And he's decided to go on this reality show, the house that he built according to Peaches. And really kind of, missing part of a trimester of his child to go on a reality show. You similarly experienced something like that this summer. So I would imagine that you probably could relate a lot. What was going through your mind seeing Amanda and Wes? Shout out to Amanda and Wes.
Yeah, this was actually taking me back because I went, first of all, I was almost on this very show. So I would have been on that with Wes and we would have had a similar situation.
You would have been out the first episode though, but go on.
I would have won. So I would have been on this with Wes, so we might have been able to be there for each other and comfort each other. But yeah, I was away shooting a show and I had to call Chelsea during her third trimester, and that took me to a similar place that we see Wes and Amanda. So when I'm watching him and how he's grappling with being away from Amanda during this time, I was thinking about how I was away from Chelsea, and I was thinking about the edit got a little silly for Wes, where he's running around and doing all these things, and I was thinking like, man, Wes is going home today, and how people were like, oh, your girl Desi said, oh, Wes is running around making this sob story. Just because he sees his game crumbling or whatever she said. I'm like, dang, he's pouring his heart out. I feel for this brother, but the house is just like, man, that's Wes. We're voting him in regardless. So I think that is the case of two things being true at the same time. Like, yes, Wes was feeling it because Amanda was at home and pregnant, but I think it was compounded because he was also at the bottom, like he's obviously going in. So I think it was just a compounding thing. So he was extra emotional, and I get it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It was definitely, I'm like very early on in the episode. I'm like, is this a Wes montage episode? Like, clearly Wes is going home. We're seeing a lot of we're actually seeing a lot of Weston. No Wesley, Weston this episode. So I was like, oh my God. How do I say goodbye to those thick thighs? The good time outweigh those thighs. So we get to the challenge.
If we get
to see forever's gone away. Insert now, mind you. This was so hard. If this were Survivor News, we'd be like, Jack, name the artist. Beyonce,
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child. Shout out to the baby boy, Jackery Atkins. Looks like he'll be playing in a poker contest over with Boston Rob soon. So hopefully he can win us some chicken. But we get back to the challenge, and it is TJ's. Oops, not TJ, JT in the building. Do you remember back? I mean, this would have been in I want to say the 2010 era when Polo made these like polo shirts with a big like polo horse. And do you remember those shirts, Wendell?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. JT
That's
looking.
From it?
I'm getting
Bape. You know the Bape shirt, the bathing ape shirts with the giant, or the ice cream shirts.
Did you have any ice cream sneakers?
No.
You never. Okay.
I did. I had the pink and green ones. I did.
So did I.
You lying?
I had the pink and green ones. No, for sure. Now, mind you, I didn't get them when they were in. It was like after like a year after they went on sale because nobody was buying. I got them for like $25 at Champs.
That's when I got them too.
Yeah, and mind you, I wore them heavily. You couldn't tell me nothing. But okay, we see JT out here looking, dapper.
That's a fly shirt.
No,
it looks like abstract florals.
It does.
You didn't get abstract florals from it.
I mean, you said it, so I agree. So the episode or the challenge is high Q. I love these challenges, as does JT. But I feel like it's a wide gamut, right? Like everyone can't know everything, but yeah, never mind. I'm not going to, never mind. Because after the edit that Dusty had been given these last couple of days, for him to know how many stripes were in the American flag, for me,
what you got?
Says it all. That's all I got. Listen, that's all I got.
And for him to yell at Tiffany.
Listen, I even saying all of that. I just saying, for him to know how many stripes was in the flag, for me, said enough.
Brice, how many white stripes are in the American flag?
Child, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, he said how many red ones, right?
He said how many red was it? Dustin knew.
And how many were there?
I don't know, because I have a love-hate relationship with the American flag. Like, so I don't know.
I get it.
Because when I'm away and I'm abroad and I see the American flag, I mean, should we not get into this now? I'm just saying.
Well, let's hear it.
I'm just saying, when I'm away, and I'm abroad, I'm a world traveler.
No, you're abroad.
I see the American flag. I think warm thoughts. Like, I'm like, oh, home. But baby, when I walk in my dog, when I'm just going around the corner and it's the house that got 17 American flags, I mean, it makes me uncomfortable. But I mean, would you agree with me? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the American flag is like.
I think that patriotism has been co-opted to mean something differently. And I think that this American flag in some cases means something differently to people. And it seems almost exclusionary, and it seems to mean other things. So I'm going to have to kind of agree with you, Brice.
Yeah. But it's weird because I don't always feel that way, because again, when I'm abroad traveling and I see the US embassy, I'll be like, yeah. But when I'm just
you see it on the back of a pickup truck,
you down the shore, and you down the shore, and people just got it on the beat. Like, for me, it says something. But I do love this challenge. I do think it's funny because I just think of like the questions are just so all over the place. However, shout out to now we saw Weston talking to Amanda early in the episode, but we saw Wesley and his thick thighs on the glass machine. Now, Wesley said it, not me. Okay, Wesley said, and I believe in first chapters of the Challenge USA, Corinthians JT3, Verse 7. Thick
What?
thighs. Oh, you don't hear me now, because there's a lot of demons out there today. But one thing I know for sure is that a thick thigh, is gonna save some lives. Oh, okay. The little gingerbread man that could. Okay, he couldn't all the way, but it could today, because in East Corinthians, the challenge to JT, gingerbread verse, thick thighs. Oh, come on now. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh, they're going to save some lives. Okay, I said no. All right. Now I said, is Wes listening to the podcast? Does Wesley want to be called Peaches? Because, okay. All right, Amanda girl, I see you. Okay, I see you. If I
Brice.
wasn't in a polyamorous relationship with Corey, Amanda, we might have to talk. We might have to talk.
What about Underwood?
I mean, that I'm married to Chris and Kate, okay? And it's not +8, okay? It's +2. But I'm just saying, I didn't know the gingerbread man house was, okay, what they say, huff and puff, I don't know.
Brice, control yourself, first of all. Secondly, that photo that you had people in very precarious position. Brice, because you also have Michaela in there and you're showing her booty too. So put it away. Put it away.
Listen, thick thighs save lives. R.I.P. to Michaela, okay?
Put it away. So, Brice, this challenge was fun to watch. It was hilarious. Like watching first, I was trying to think, okay, who would do well at this? If you're heavier, will that help? If you're bigger, if you have a bigger wingspan, and we saw that it appeared as though if you were smaller, you did better at this.
See, I may have not been in curious positions like this before, but
By curious?
I may not been smashed up against a window, a glass, a mirror. I don't know. But I would think that it is more, in my understanding, it's more skin to skin to glass contact is what's going to create a suction cup. And so I felt like the women that made it far, like they had more skin to glass. I think because they had the life jackets on and different things, like it wouldn't make that contact. But if you get a little, because I would have rolled I would have been with Wesley. I would have rolled my thighs up. I would have had, you hear that? I would have had my thighs on the glass. I'm lying. I would have had my thighs on Corey. But I would have like, really, but skin moisture on the mirror, like that is what makes you like.
No. You will slide off if you are sweating and it's skin to glass.
No, it makes a suction cup.
No, it doesn't. Not when you weigh. How much do you weigh?
I'm petite.
Not when you are. No. Petite. So, do I have any notes on this part? So everyone on green is out of there except for Alyssa. She's hanging on for a minute, and then she's out of there.
Of course, when Josh falls, Josh is like, ah! Like, I'm like, why they keep doing Josh like that? Like, y'all didn't have to put the audio in of my bro Josh, okay? Like, I ain't hear nobody else's audio.
Yeah, Josh is TV gold. And then on Team Red Flag, everyone falls except for Tiffany.
And mind you, Dusty was. Heck, Tiffany said, if you don't put some dust between that something and get a gription, Dusty was out of here. So again, fun challenge. I think I liked in season 1 when they dropped them from down below or from above. I enjoyed that tremendously. And We have the blue team out here winning. Shout out to the blue team. And Cassidy is very clear that with this win, you know whose head she is coming for.
Yes, she's going for Wes. And when Wes was walking inside with Tori, Tori's like, I'm going to try.
I can't make no promise. She was like, listen, I'm gonna do what I could do, but it ain't nothing much that I can do.
And right after that, we hear Bananas talk to Tori like, look, they have the numbers on the blue team. Like, yeah, we could try to, or we can hear them out and just go with
I
the
hear
numbers.
him out. Peaches said we gonna go with the flow. Okay. It's no, but again, here is a prime example, right? In this deliberation, where a stark difference between last deliberation, where we were talking about Michaela. And although we agreed wholeheartedly with Michaela, Michaela drew a line in the sand, and unfortunately, she was the only person in that line. Here we see Tori and Peaches basically being like, so let's just start it off. We're assuming that no survivor girls. And they're like, yes. And so they kind of take their notes. However, when we was in this deliberation, I'm trying to pay close attention to what's going on. But for me, I'm just like,
What's the weather?
Festi, what's the weather? Like, I mean, you go with skiing, you in Croatia. Like, what's on your mind, Festi? Is Festi in this photo was like, am I hot? Because I shouldn't be that hot because my sleeves is out, but my chest is protected. Should I Velcro the Velcro on? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he got the bubble. He loves that bubble vest with the hood.
I don't.
Hey,
I don't know. Listen. We got our ice cream sneakers.
he got his
Okay.
bubble.
Festi got his bubble around that same time. But the deliberation is very clear that it is going to be Wes. And there is some up and down with Tiffany. I hear Alyssa's name. I heard somebody else's name got thrown in there. Because I know Desi didn't want to vote for Tiffany, and I know somebody else didn't want to vote for. But ultimately, it came down to Wes and Tiffany. The news broke. And baby, y'all know we are getting ready to go through our presidential election soon. And this summer has been nothing but you see the runners up. We just had a Republican debate. Well, baby, I'd like to now enter into the race to
West
make
2024.
West 2024 make the challenge amazing. Okay, because West said, I'm gonna shake every baby hand. I'm gonna talk to the opposition. I'm gonna tell them, listen, free health care for all. Okay, you get 9 months maternity. Okay, unemployment rate is gonna go down. I'm gonna give the
Okay.
people what they want. Because West was talking to everybody. Okay, I mean, I said, well, okay, Wesley. He just was, and again, it's these little things that Peaches, Tori, and West do that seem obnoxious, seem like, what's the point of going around campaigning? It's the little things that I find that the veterans do that the vets do that I notice makes the shift all worthwhile, right? Like, it's the little things that they do. Johnny Bananas, Johnny Peaches, going crazy, making a big stir. And then now when he wins, he defects to the team. Tori, you sent her in, rawr, boom, boom, slamming girls to the ground. She come back. Now it's like Wes campaigning for a girl. And I mean, although it did not work, when it was time to go into the hopper, we saw the effects of Wes in the votes. Now, it was time for everybody. Go ahead.
can we just back up a little bit during his presidential campaign when he was talking about getting gas prices down below $2, and he was talking about sending out checks for if there's another pandemic, and he was talking about having a baby on the way, and he was crying, and he was sad, and he was crying to his good buddy Johnny Bananas, who you call Johnny Peaches. And Wes is emotional and he's crying. And Johnny says, I was where you were last week. Wes is like, I got a baby on the way. What you talking about? I was like, that had me dying, first of all. That's also when Desi said, Wes has his back against the wall, so he's creating a sob story. That was that moment. But like you said, I think that Wes, first of all, you should do that. Like, you should talk to everybody, first of all. That's good survivor strategy. And that's why I continue to say that Wes is like a great player. But in this game, everybody, like, but that shouldn't mean that you don't talk to everyone. And maybe in this case, it got those 3 votes on someone else, which is, or 4, however many it was, which is enough that, like, hey, it could have saved him in the hopper.
We seen just last week what happened.
Exactly. Okay. So kudos to Wes.
Another thing is, like, then you see a scene with Johnny Peaches talk about Wes got himself into this. But did he? Because I feel like Wes has been calm, cool, and collective, and he's only been protecting y'all, and you've been out here a fool, Johnny. And so it brings more light back to Wes. So, like, did Wes really get himself into this position? Or is it like, you, Peaches?
Well, that's always his narrative with Wes. He's always trying to shine like that's Bananas. That's how he treats Wes out there. We've seen this time and time again.
So then it's time for the hopper. Everybody got to put their votes in. Okay.
Thank you to my man. Take him off of the screen.
My man. Thank you to my man. Then, okay. The hoppity hop hoppity hop hoppity hop hoppity hop hoppity hop the hop hoppity hop the hop hoppity hop hoppity hop the hop. You better hop. You better hop. You better hop. You better hop. Okay, all right. I don't got time for y'all. Okay. Shout out to the hopper. Okay. Because listen, I like the hopper way better than I like the algorithm.
The algorithm.
Okay? Y'all can keep the algorithm. It's time for the elimination, and we have a surprise. Guess who shows up? TJ.
He got TJ's a pocket man. We've known that.
I mean, I just want to know what's in the left, right breast pocket, TJ, because it looked like something is in there. Like, what do you have in that pocket?
Did you say the left, right breast?
The left, right breast pocket. You don't have to, because he got one on both sides.
He got
okay. We walking back from going to dinner. Hey, when you got the keys?
Hold on a second. Wait, 1 minute.
Wait. Hey, Margarita, I hold it up. Hey, TJ, all right. You got the keys, TJ? Hold on, wait a second. Let me check the left, right, left.
He said, you got gum? Hold on a second.
Hey, Margarita. TJ, you got the ticket for the parking. Margarita. All right. Oh. We on a Zoom meeting. TJ, is that your phone ringing? Hey, Margarita. All right. You ever be in the airport and you you get to the TSA pre-check and you got your board pass and they be like, you got your passport.
They were like, he went to the bubblegum machine. He was like, little kid was like, TJ, you got spare change? Hope Macarena. Hope Macarena.
I don't got any change for you, young blood. Okay. TJ, you don't need 4 pockets on your shirt. Oh.
That Macarena shirt, boy. Anyway, so well,
TJ, you got your AirPods.
oh, Macarena.
Macarena. I. So. Oh, TJ.
Okay. So after TJ, he was looking for his cue cards for the challenge. He said, "Oh, Macarena." Oh, Macarena.
Wait, who's going in again? Wait. Is it Chris?
He did a hopper. Oh, Macarena.
They don't need the hopper no more. Just put the balls in TJ's jacket. CJ, who's going home tonight? Oh,
Macarena.
Oh, not TJ's shirt is the hopper. Oh, Jesus. But why? I just don't understand why you need that many pockets.
No. Dang, TJ.
Oh
man. That's a nice shirt he got there.
Oh, he could keep it. Okay.
Okay, so they call down Wes and Tiffany. And what do you think about this challenge?
I enjoy it. I think that it is one that honestly I would have liked to see a female run it because I feel like ladies are more agile and I feel like they could potentially stay a little bit more to the course. But I do like the challenge. I think that it's fun. Not tying, turning a lever, very interesting. So here's the thing that I don't like about the challenge, right? Say it's a big challenge vet versus someone that like it's anybody's game, right? So this challenge someone could overturn it and be like, oh my God, I sent Peaches home. But it's really not, in my opinion, a fair, I don't know.
So here's my question to you, Brice. And when I saw them get started, I'm like, all right, Dusty's running first. Wes is spinning first. I'm like, which position would I want to be in?
Yeah, see, because I feel like I would almost want to be in Dusty's position because again, but before we get there, hold on real quick, because I like to go order. We just see the votes, okay? Because Dusty was up there ready to fight.
Oh man.
He saw all of those names. And yeah, Dusty, here's the thing though. Dusty scared me. Dusty scared me. Dusty was like, I've been watching Wes for 20 years, but it's time to send him home. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like Dusty is the type that he don't drink coffee. He just throws a couple coffee grinds in his mouth and just gets the caffeine that way. I don't know. Dusty just is and I watched Dusty.
Or he jumps in the ice bath.
I mean, I could see him doing that, but ice bath ain't that. We do ice baths. But I've seen Dusty on The Amazing Race. And I was telling you before this season aired was that I watched Dusty. Shout out to Dusty and Ryan. Ryan is a friend of the show. Dusty is all about his kid and family and his dad. And rest in peace to his father. But when Dusty gets frustrated on The Amazing Race, he got frustrated. Like there was this challenge where I forget where they were at, but they were at this temple where there was like 10 million coins. And you had to flip over the coins and to get these right coins. And baby, Dusty was out there for a while, and Dusty was getting pissed off. And it was funny because it was like the first time that we got a glimpse of like Dusty's like, and Dusty was getting pissed off. So when he came back and blew up on Tiffany, I was like, oh my God. And similar to Chris Underwood, when Chris Underwood went in, Dusty got fired up. And I was thinking to myself, oh, Wesley. Oh, you better turn into Wesley Snipes into Blade 3 and like do something crazy. Like, cause I was like, oh my God, Wes is about to go home to Dusty. And so
And Dusty had nothing to lose.
Dusty had nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Crank the Shaft. Okay. Now mind you.
No.
I'm just saying.
Brice.
In my days.
If you mention any, go ahead.
I'm just saying I've been watching the challenge for 20 years. So like I can't mention in my day, in my time, and earlier today and late last night, I was cranking some but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, okay? We got a different term for cranking the shaft where I'm from.
I don't know what you're talking about, Brice. I'm talking about Dusty went down there ready to win. Okay. And he had a speech, and he was like, I got these people. Rah, 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 rah. And Wes talk about
ditto. So when we get to the actual challenge, now mind you, now you know Wesley is a friend of the show, and I love me some Wesley, and I love some Amanda. But when I tell you, I was cussing Wesley out. Okay. Wesley done turned in. Okay, Wesley Snipes turned into Morgan Freeman, turned into driving Miss Daisy with them knots. Wes was like,
no, he was smart. No, he was smart. That's how I would have done it too. Slow and methodical. He didn't do Brice. He was going like this. He was being smart, as opposed to your man Dusty.
Okay, I was like, Wes, if you don't, but again, I also was like, it has to be the edit, because like now this is the one thing I will give Wesley Snipes turned Morgan Freeman driving Miss Daisy. I will give him in his not going. It was one move, like he was.
No,
it was one move. Okay,
he was untimed. So
I said, okay. He tried the little thing, little engine that could. He said, okay, need to go back. I need to go get the other knot. He said, okay. They said, I'll get the other knot, Wesley. Wesley said,
yes, he was slow and deliberate and did it right.
Now, okay, turned the thing. Dusty was going. Now, Dusty, I don't know if he had some coffee beans in the back of his mouth, if he just drunk a Celsius, if he was on a Red Bull, because Dusty, and again, here, Dusty had a leg up. Dusty knew there is no point for cranking a little crank. And that's what I'll say, because I don't like to crank the little cranks either, okay? Dusty was big. Let's unravel the big crank. So Dusty went in on some.
Yeah, he was flusty because he was flustered.
Then somebody on the side was like, Dusty, get your knot from the side. Dusty was like, they said that. I opened the knot and I got the knot. Like, why are you opening the knot from the middle, Dusty? Like,
that's your man.
The knots were on the end, right? With the, like, you could see the 4 knots on the end. What are you untying in the middle?
Dag.
It was like Dusty, start with the knot in your pocket. He was like, oh.
Hey.
Hey, Migraina. All right. So interesting. And again, when West, I said, oh, dun 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 get low. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall. To all these crank crunk crunks. To all these crunk crunk crunk. To all ski ski, but okay. I said not Wesley got listening to Lil John because West got low, and I feel like so they both had an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty was like, "F the little crank, go for the big crank." Wesley was like, "To the window, to the wall, bump, bump, to all the." Okay. Wesley was like, I'm getting low.
Yeah.
And I recommend when you dealing with big cranks, you should
Shut
get low.
up.
But so when they go straight for the big cranks, you should not get low.
They don't go straight. First of all, you have to get the little wheel first. You attach it, then you run straight to the medium-sized wheel. Okay, that's what Dusty did. Now, in Wes's case, he stayed low until he was on there for 0.0 seconds and fell off.
Because Dusty was ready. But again, goes to the editing, and here come Peaches. And I felt like Peaches running out to Wes. Is this gloating or is this like being a good friend? Because he's like, hey, tough one out there, buddy. Hope you're doing all right.
I don't need a back rub.
I don't need a back rub. You win, you lose. It's the game. I was making sure you're good, buddy. Make sure you're good. And
so after Wes loses,
does he lose? Because
after Wes loses, TJ comes in.
And what did TJ say?
I don't know if Wes won or lost, but
Ooh.
After that happened, TJ comes in and says it was only 47 seconds that separated the two of you. And people are like, huh?
Oh.
And they're like, he's like, it came down to technique.
Oh.
Wes, you were slow and steady with the ropes, but Dusty, you saved the time by going right to the big wheel. Wes, you win. And Wes falls to the floor because everyone was sure that he lost. And the people's reaction, they're stunned, shocked. Fessel and Bananas are doing something.
Okay.
Brice, thoughts on this this pose of Fessel and Bananas?
Only makes me think that Fessel brought that white hat for his bubble jacket. Okay. My thing is like, well, dang, CBS, the editing, how they gonna blur Dusty face out like he going already?
I don't know if they blurred it or if that's like the camera. They blurred it.
They blurred it. But yeah, that was a shocker. However, I just felt like the Challenge USA editing isn't as complex as CBS Survivor's editing is, right? But I just felt like it would be such an easy, like this whole there was no deception if Wes were to go home. Like there was no like decoy. So I was just thinking, even when Peaches was out there, I was like, but TJ ain't say nothing yet.
That's real. I was with all the editing that Wes got this episode, I'm like, all right, he's gone. And if it ain't this episode, it's soon. Because unless he's gonna win it, because he got a lot today. I'm like, dag, he's missing Amanda. They got the dog. He's crying to Bananas. He's getting back rubs. He's
campaigning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, Dusty, sorry to see you go. Very entertaining to say the least. I definitely think that given another day, another time, I could see Dusty going far. I wonder if when he got back, if Johnny Peaches wrote him a letter. Oh.
Dear Dusty.
But I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm sad to see Dusty go, but I am very happy that Wes is still in the game because there's just something I like about Wes. And again, I've watched Wes since Real World Austin. He has evolved in front of our eyes. And so I love the Wes that we get to see today because he is so smart. He is so methodical. He is so built like a zaddy, but I just like he's very mature about how he goes about doing things. And so it's great to watch. And he moves like a veteran, and I don't want to see
Like
him
a what?
Like a vet. So I didn't want to see him go. So if it had to be Dusty or Wes, sorry, Wes.
Sorry, Dusty.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, Dusty.
Yeah. Well, this is a great season. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. And this is one of my favorite challenge seasons overall more recently. So kudos to everybody involved, especially the cast. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And it looks like we're going to shake things up because now the blue team is so stacked because Wes defected and kicked Underwood to his team, which puts Underwood on an island per se. So curious to see what happens now because it looks like the blue team can now continue to win.
But the green team can win. The green team just won last time. So it's like it's actually not putting Chris on a bad place. So
the green team won with Wes.
Okay, and Chris is the competitor. Chris is the one that came up with them throwing the challenge. So Chris is smart.
Get off.
If you were out there, Chris would have sent you home.
Why don't you get off of Chris's Underwood?
First of all, that's my husband. So thank you for my man. To my man. Thank you to my man. To my man. Thank you to my man. Well, this has been the Challenge USA Season 2, Episode 6 recap. We will be back next week. We are going to start condensing these episodes so we listen and read the comments. So we are going to be giving you one episode per 2 episodes. So we'll be back next week, but we'll cover both of the episodes for you. So yeah, we'll be back.
We back.
Oh, brought the team back. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Peace.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge
breakdown.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge
breakdown.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge
breakdown.